Hi everyone, I'm Ashley with Going Crochet and today I am doing a scrap buster with you guys. So what you're gonna see in today's video are 8 projects that you can make perfect for market prepping and getting rid of all of your little scrap yarns. Yes, if you're anything like me, you have a ton of these little bins hanging around your house. I actually have a huge bin that hangs around my house, and it just kind of sits there and glares at me because I'm not touching it, because I'm going for my full skeins of yarn rather than diving in and grabbing the little scraps that I have, because this isn't going to fulfill a large project. But today, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to go over 8 of my suggestions for awesome market prep options. Now, some of these I have done 1-hour videos on, some of these I have brought to markets, and some of these are new to me that I've just tried out for this video. So I'm gonna get right into things. And my first one is Tiny the Turtle. All of these patterns, by the way, are going to be from Instagram, and they are all free so that you can go ahead and get started with them today. All you need is some Instagram and some yarn and crochet skills. So these are Tiny the Turtles. So they're Tiny the Baby Sea Turtle by fluffy.stuffies.wyo. And I made this one in Sweet Snuggles Light, and I made this one in Parfait Chunky. So you can see kind of the difference in sizing. But I love this pattern. I thought this was so much fun to make. I did find it a little confusing at first. Just so you know, when you go into the pattern, you go to all the blue sections, and then there's this little white section of how to attach the fins. At first I was thinking I would have to create the fins, and I figured it out pretty quickly, but just so you know that. But these are super sweet. I'm going to be making many in the Parfait Chunky. They are just so tiny and cute. So that is pattern number 1. Great. Oh, and also all of these patterns don't require a lot of stuffing either. So if you are low on polyfill and you're low on yarn, these are awesome projects to have. Number 2 is going to be a squishy little, it's called a Squishy Fish by All from Jade, also on Instagram for free. I did it in, this one is Bernat Blanket, and this one is Parfait Chunky, and a little bit of the Hobie Speckled. And these ones also, you can see the difference in sizing. But this was a quick, easy project to make, and you can get really creative with it. I think the next time I do one, I'm probably gonna make even more color changes all the way through, and that will actually take care of some of my smaller scraps. I might just do one that's just like completely random for my super teeny tiny scraps, but those ones were super cute too. And so I do plan to make probably a couple more of these. I might actually stuff them a little bit flatter too. I do like the squishy, fun, squeeziness of them, but I feel like they need to be a little bit flatter, and I do need to perfect them a little bit more. I did these ones late at night last night, and so like you can see he's kind of lopsided and whatnot, but this is another quick fun project to do. Number 3 is going to be, I am sorry, I can't pronounce it properly, I don't think. So it's going to be This Snail by Polyfil. I'm not sure I'm saying that properly. I apologize in advance for that. But this is a great pattern. I actually did this pattern because it's National Snail Day. And so I made him for a little video, and I just love him. I'm definitely going to be making many, many more of these. I do find he tends to be a little lopsided when you first make him. He's like a little top heavy, but if you kind of flatten out his bum and like you just kind of, you know, manhandle him a little bit, he will sit up. But maybe a little bit of weight or something in the back would be helpful to make this guy stay standing. I just love those giant eyes on this little guy. I think he's fun. And I had to give him that little like look, you know, that hey grin. So he was definitely a must do, although he did take a little bit longer than some of the other items, and that's why I only have one of him, but he's definitely a must make. This next pattern what is actually supposed to be a car hanger, but I had someone specially request some miniature owls from me, and they just wanted the miniature owl and not a car hanger. So I did not attach the car hanger portion of this. So I don't know what that looks like because I didn't even bother to skim over the details of it. But I made this little owl, and this is an owl, or I believe there was a chicken car hanger, and this is by Emmy Toys. And it was super sweet. I made some little feathers in the back for it, and I called for like thinner thread for the little like ears, but all I did was I just looped it and you know, crocheted it in. But this is a sweet little owl, and I think this is going to be one of my new like main features in my markets. I'm gonna make them in all kinds of different colors, and I might make some into car hangers, but I really do like the size and the squishiness of this just as you know, a regular hangout in a bin squishy toy. And this one was made out of, I believe, Bernat blanket yarn, and I believe this is the Java from Chanel Home Slim is the brown color. But this one was also a lot of fun to make. And then probably my favorite of all my makes so far, and definitely the quickest, were these stingrays. So I actually had someone mention that this is a pattern I should do for my 1 hour videos, and so I will be making a 1 hour video on these guys. But this is a mini stingray by Jade Cotton. I'm sorry if I don't say that properly, but this pattern, I think this is one of my favorite patterns that I've made out of these 8, just because a stingray has always been one of my favorite creatures of all times. I just love, love, love a stingray. It's like, I find it such a magical creature, the way they move, and just they're in, you know, so amazing. So I actually made 3 of these. One, because they were super duper quick to make, and 2, because I just love stingrays. And I have been looking for a stingray pattern to do, but they always seem a little too intricate for me, a little too big, a little too involved. And when I came upon this one, it took me maybe 10 minutes to make, and it was just perfect. And I had the tiniest bit of gray and that speckled blue left, so I made this one. And I think all I have left from the scraps are actually in here. Like, I literally just have the tiniest amount of scraps left. That's what I have left of the blue, and this is what I have left of the gray. So not very much left. This really isn't much to do anything with, but I'm probably going to just make that fish in all the different colors, and just make it a super colorful, fun fish. So number 6, you've seen me make these before. This is the flower keychain by Mom Stitchetti, and I thought this would be a great one to add into the scrap busters because look how little yarn you use. You can make a lot of these with a very little yarn, and you don't need any polyfill for them. You can just make them, you know, a flower, or you can add the little keychain like I did. This would also be really cute if you created like a garland out of them, or even if you use these as like a hair clip or something like that. So this is definitely a universal pattern. You can use it on so many different creations. So that one definitely had to be in here. I have 2 more patterns left, and the next pattern is going to be the No Sew Kitty by My Universe 64, and I made a black one just this morning to try it out because I had some leftover black yarn, some gray, some little cute safety eyes, and this one I have had in my markets before, and it did go well. A lot of people were really interested in this pattern, in the like little loaf, like squishy kitty. So this one definitely will sell, and everyone loves a cat, everyone loves a dog, so why not have like a little miniature one sitting around hanging out with you. The last pattern also it's been around a lot. I try to stick with patterns that were less common, like I try to stay away from the leggy frogs and the mushroom boys and all of those, just because you've seen them before if you've been in the crochet community for any length of time. But I did have to add this one in just because this is also a very large seller for me. And so this one is the Squishy Baby Octopus by All from Jade. I have made many of these. I even have a 1-hour video on how many can I make of these. And it is a very successful, very quick, very easy, very low yarn, low amount of polyfill project to do. And so I had to incorporate that one into my video as well because it is a very good pattern to have for your markets, and that's what this is all about, is a what can you make for very little supply but will do well in your markets. So let me see if I can get all of these like in the frame. I don't know. So you think I can do it? Oh, I could put a little kitty on my shoulder maybe. Maybe not. But I think that these would all do very well in a market situation, and they're very quick and easy and fun to make, and you're not gonna go wrong. So once again, from number 1 to 8, and this is in no particular order, I have the tiny baby sea turtle. I have the squishy fish, the snail, probably also one of my higher favorites, the owl, the stingray, the flower keychain, No Sew Kitty, and the octo. And with that, that is all I had for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed seeing what you can make out of your scrap yarns. And I plan to like do some more scrap yarn creations today, later today. And I would love to see what you guys come up with your own scrap yarns. I do have some other ideas for scrap yarn projects. I just didn't get them finished in time. So I probably will create another one of these videos, but this one I wanted to get out as quickly as possible because I know market season is, you know, getting closer and closer. And I wanted you guys to be able to get as many makes done as possible. And if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and put down an owl in the emojis, and like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun jazz. And I would love to see some of your own creations. Let me know how many you can make in an hour's time of any of these or a variation of these, and I will talk to you all later. Bye.